A game becomes successful. The devs randomly change what made it popular in the first place. Has no idea why people are leaving the game. Cullable in-game merchant. Cull him, he drops 10% of his actual inventory. When your friends are a couple levels ahead of you in a game, but you still have fun. The 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. 4. Death, famine, pestilence, Steve. When you ignore the main quest to play a side one. Your character's level, that sweet piece of loot. When your friend is on the other team, if anybody's gonna take that butch down, it's gonna be me. When you're out exploring and you hear a bandit shout, "Never should have come here," you'll be the first to die. But I like your enthusiasm. When the battle music plays in a game, but you can't find the enemy. Them. AI is going to take over the world. Me and the boys who've dreamed about fighting the clankers since we're 8. About to play some PS4, I'm not your typical girl. Me or the PS5. Choose her, sell organs, buy 1 PS5 for every home. Your tactics confuse and frighten me, sir. This game, Snucks. Get good. Video games do not cause violence, lag does. Video game logic. Gosh, I'm so hungry. Watching people play the game. Actually playing the game. How it feels sitting there quietly watching the credits roll after having just completed a game that changes your life. Overwatch, pornography, Team Fortress 2, G, pornography. Doom, Halo, Star Wars, Warhammer 40K. Game, girlfriend, me. The game is set in an ancient village full of ornate pots, but you can't break them. When I organize a night game, people who promised in the morning, people who confirmed at noon, people who confirmed before getting off work, solo at home. Melon, 6%, Nightmare, 0%, Kate, 44%, Guy that no one invited, Hornet, 50%. How I feel playing video games after I swipe on stories of old classmates getting married and even having kids. E33 fans about to start WW3 because they can't agree which ending is better. Delta Rune fans wanting to survive long enough to actually see the game's ending. Me left ball, my right ball. The 3 racing games of 2025 that make you throw explosives, use flame projectiles, crush other racers with your vehicle, slice vehicles with blade-like weapons, freeze other vehicles at 32 degrees Fahrenheit, create literal black holes, and cause an ungodly amount of pain and trauma to your opponent. Mario Kart World, Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, Kirby Air Riders. I got the game and started playing it today when it came out. It is the first style of game like this that I didn't know anything, and suddenly, almost 2 hours passed, like half an hour. I never played point-and-click games, but lately, I started trying stuff. This is really solid in terms of my curiosity. I'm really curious to see what happens to the end and what is exactly happening in the end. Didn't expect that. By the way, the graphics are really good. Interactions and things like the flashlight look really good. Impressed. You are a good man. Thank you. TFW the game allows you to skip the company's and studio's intro when opening it. Xbox bought Sega. What? It says here, look, Xbox bought Sega. Xbox became Sega. New Epstein lore just dropped. Elon Musk now has a permanent 200% experience buff in D2R. Me. To this day, there are still FNAF fans stupid enough to believe that Ballora is Mrs. Afton and continue to force her to date Springtrap. When will this stop? Can you all just stop shipping these two? The relationship between Ballora and Afton has never been confirmed as canon. So shippers and theorists, could you just shut up? Springtrap, Ballora and Ballora, Afton, Theory fanbase and fans, me, for 5 minutes. Secret boss, death, final boss. I am here to provide a decent challenge to finish off the game. When I first opened up The Last of Us Part 2, ending. When you're level 1 in an RPG, me trying the hardest to beat a game level, my brother with a disconnected controller. This is the hardest challenge I've faced in gaming history. Come back when you've made 20 friends. A true art connoisseur will recognize these masterpieces. When mom peeks in to check if you're asleep at night and leaves again. Video games cause violence. Me while playing. When you tell a whole story and forget to unmute your mic. When you hit this pose after you put your controller down so you don't break anything. Her. What do you do for a living? Me. Real estate and property investment. Property bought. When you finish a very good game and the final music touches your soul. Please insert a PlayStation or PlayStation 2 format disc. Come on, let me feel like I did back then. 2013, 2025. Me looking for another car in GTA. The best video game episode television has ever seen. Choosing which game to delete for more storage. My mom threatens to take away my Nintendo. Me corrects her that I have a PlayStation. If you're gonna threaten me, do it properly. Gamers, when they go outside seeing real-life graphics, are amazing, but gameplay and storyline are terrible. This was forged by the gods. Resident Evil Requiem. Don't you dare like this if you don't recognize this place. Playing as Grace, playing as Leon. Why is the game taking so long to load? Press start. Me who did all the side quests first, the first boss. Me playing horror game. Me watching streamer plays horror game. Older me playing story mode games and enjoying the peace. Younger me playing online games and enjoying the rage. When you finish Resident Evil 9 Requiem, now I have to face stupid reality again. The PS3 turns 20 years old in 2026. Congratulations, you are getting old. People who played on PS2. Then, now. Name one thing old school gaming did better than modern gaming. We didn't have much, but boy, it was great. Baby, I'm sleepy. Let's go to the bedroom. Bro, GTA 6 is coming soon. GTX 1660, Intel i5 3570K. How do we tell him? When you finally have a day off, my wife, me planning to play Resident Evil 9 all day. Back then, we used to wait outside the shop for the game release. Which 3 PS2 games deserve a remake the most? Me. If someone said video games are a waste of time, what would you answer? Boss, get well soon. Me. Cough. Cough. Thank you. PS5. Beep. Why did humans stop creating wonders? We didn't. You are approximately 32 years old. You are approximately 30 years old. You are approximately 27 years old. You are approximately 23 years old. You are approximately 19 years old. You are approximately 17 years old. You are approximately 14 years old. You are approximately 11 years old. This was probably your setup at some point. Sega Dreamcast had the best library of games at launch. Evolution of graphics in gaming. People, Dark Souls is hard. Me. You ain't seen shut. And remember how we used to write GTA cheat codes on papers. How game looked when I was 6. How it looks now. The Nintendo DS was truly a golden age for pixel art. When he finally comes to bed at 3 a.m. after that one last game, which actually turned into 12 more games. Waiting for Grand Theft Auto 6, like. Let's take a moment to appreciate that this is what we could have ended up with. When you clean your PC and it doesn't turn on. Why did so many early 2000s games have a tropical beach aesthetic? When you download your favorite game again after years and it gives you a tutorial, did you forget who I am? Me, a game I want. My laptop with bad GPU and RAM. Bro, nah, I don't need a new mic. Bro's mic. Visiting a video game store? Me at 10 years old. Me at 35 years old. Men ask for too much. Men. 90% of gamer. Witcher. Witcher 2. Witcher 3. When you look up tips in the middle of the boss fight. Men ask for too much. Men. You can't hear an image? Me. Sega. PlayStation pre-production logo, 1992. PlayStation. This guy destroyed millions of friendships in the 2000s. Unlocking characters before, unlocking characters now. Most people's childhood, my childhood. Oops, I almost stepped on a masterpiece. Can't place a building here. Monster Hunter Wilds has set a new record as Capcom's fastest-selling game, reaching 8 million units sold in just 3 days. Monster Hunter Wilds. If you don't feel old yet, here's your childhood behind glass in a museum. Friend, pass me the controller, bro. I pass the controller. It comes back. My mom, sweetie, I got you this game because there's an adorable squirrel on the cover. The game. Can we take a moment to appreciate how useless this button was? In 2001, to celebrate 20 million PS2 units sold, Sony released 2,000 units each of 5 special colored models, called the European Automobile Color Collection. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3+4 Remake is releasing on July 11th, including Day 1 on Game Pass. The PlayStation 2 was released 25 years ago today. When you realize the PS3 is close to being 20 years old, only one game of Gran Turismo, 15 million copies sold. The entire Forza Horizon/Motorsport series combined, 12 million copies sold. Wife gets home. Did you take the meat out of the freezer like I asked? Me. You find a free game. It has good gameplay. It has hours of gameplay. There is multiplayer, no microtransactions. And you, in the credits, PvP multiplayer games, single-player games. 11-year-old me flying with the jetpack instead of buying Bitcoin. I didn't grow up with Fortnite, I grew up with this. When you pass someone to see if they look as stupid as they drive. Michael Jordan in NBA Shootout 2003. Your inventory after completing Skyrim. Why don't you just get a PC? When you're an NPC and you see the player quick save and draw his sword. Good skills in gaming. Me. Good skills in gaming. Me. No social life and low money. If you understand this image, you are very happy. We were so happy with so little. Me putting a coat on my character so they don't get cold. You just got the PlayStation 3 now, pick 2 games. Anyone remember Command and Conquer Generals? When the game has NU in the ending credits? The game, the map. Me checking if my girlfriend woke up from the sound of the console turning on. 2025 might legit end up being the greatest year in gaming history. Grand Theft Auto, Assassin's Creed Shadows, Ghost of Yotei, Mafia, The Old Country. Half-Life 3 is allegedly in its final stages of development. Sleep, Squad Online. 18-year-old console, in my mind. Actual 18-year-old console. Kids these days have Call of Duty. I didn't have Call of Duty. I had this instead, Medal of Honor. You like that PC money, don't you, Sony? Me carrying the dirty clothes? That one sock. When you skip the tutorial. Kids today don't realize how problems used to be solved. I'm going to drive normally. 2 minutes later. Me, crouched in front of the used video game section for 2 hours. $1.5 billion, $2 billion. When you're the only one who can pass the helicopter mission in GTA Vice City and your friend call you to pass it for him. And in the future, when no one else knows what this place is, I will still remember. The PS2 was released 25 years ago. Bring back colored Pokemon cartridges. Coworker, so where are you going for your vacation? Me, who is literally taking a week off work to play video games and stay home. Soon as you walk outside. I love how PS2 games came with that little pizza roll holder in them. It was always very convenient. Here lies split screen gaming. Me. I don't think any customers will come in this weather. The customers. Her. Why did you spend $1,000 on a projector? Me. Generational leaps when I was a kid. Generational leaps now. PS4, PS5. 1 hour here is 7 years on Earth. Good, we wait here for Elder Scrolls 6 and GTA 6. Honey, look at what I bought with that money we were saving. The year is 2006. You just got back from school and about to fly over Los Santos. Life's good. There was a spider on my desk, but it's under control now. Your pizza rolls are ready. WrestleMania 2000 is ready to rock on your N64. No school tomorrow, and you have permission to stay up late. You're 38 years old, and the year is 2023. The worst part about being a multi-console gamer, you may not know much about cars, but you remember this one for sure. Me, my girlfriend at 2 a.m., the boys saying one more game. Spider-Man game for PC releases. 2 days later, take off your mask, I want to see my nephew. Grove Street for life, Aunt May. How did you learn to type so fast? Me. You can't defeat me. I know, but he can. Y'all act like Spider-Man was so good when this masterpiece has been out for 10 plus years. Prototype. Getting separated in a proximity chat game. Graphics in modern games. Gameplay in modern games. Dogs after peeing somewhere. Property bought. Me, my gaming friends. If a cooking game doesn't make me a chef, a violent game doesn't make me a criminal. Anti-video game Karens. When you want to see what the person who drives a Bentley looks like, sorry, I've got to cancel our plans today. Introverts. Doom is just angry Halo. Hey man, thanks for letting me borrow your game, bro. It was awesome. Here you go. The only thing better than playing this game growing up was playing this game in multiplayer. Mom, I deleted all your games on your PC. She only deleted the icons. 9-year-old me thinking the game would load faster if I acted like I didn't care. Me as a fully grown 30-year-old on GT, a 6 release night. Me and Bae on Valentine's Day because she'd been by my side since day one. If you had to use this, you qualify for a senior discount. The PSP was released 21 years ago. Real ones know what game he's from. RTX 4090 2022, RTX 5090 2025. Me 1 hour into gaming. Me 8 hours into gaming after saying, we can't end on a loss. You are such a dumb animal. You pre-order digital games as if they're gonna run out. Dad, I don't want a cat. Dad and the cat. Only the real ones know what this is. It's hard to believe that even without online titles, their games were just as fun as the ones we have. My mom. My perfectly valid argument. I carried you for 9 months. State of play. Xbox. I don't want to scare you, but tomorrow there will be a state of play. PlayStation State of Play returns tomorrow, February 12th at 2 p.m. Pacific Time /5 p.m. Eastern Time. What do you hope to see revealed? Therapist. When was the first time you experienced anxiety? Me. When the squad stays up till 5 a.m. and finally gets the win. This picture has everything a man wants. Gaming makes you forget all of your problems for a while, and you cannot put a price on that. PlayStation users right now. PlayStation better give us a free month of PS Plus. PlayStation, our engineers are working hard. At this rate, I've got about 3 GTAs left in my lifetime. When you finish a very good game and the final music touches your soul. When you go online to play some games with the boys, but you end up just talking about your day. In my time, you didn't know what the video game was like until you played it. Grand Theft Auto 6 is confirmed to be on track to release this fall for PS5 and Xbox Series X. Do you think it will really be like that for Xbox friends? Forza Horizon 5 on PS5. Age of Empires 2, Definitive Edition and Age of Mythology, retold announced for PS5. Tell me you're in your 30s without telling me you're in your 30s. I know that you came to this place to get the motorcycle. The year is 2006. You just got back from school and about to fly over Los Santos. Life's good. Stealing a taxi in order to work honestly as a taxi driver. I should have bought a house in 1994 instead of playing Nintendo. When the squad stays until 5 a.m. and finally gets the win. When you're playing a horror game and the autosave suddenly pops up. Gamers, when they get outplayed by a legit opponent, he's cheating. Me, I don't think any customers will come in this weather. The customers. 9-year-old me thinking the game would load faster if I acted like I didn't care. When you beat the boss with 1 hit point and get the legendary loot, who's laughing now? I got my hat. Windows, League of Legends can open. Linux, League of Legends can't open. Linux wins. Microsoft, gamers considering a 5-year-old console, $600. Me, Mom, can we get a Metal Gear? Tactical espionage action? Mom, no, we have Metal Gear tactical espionage action at home. At home. Conspiracy theorist, they used CGI to fake the moon landing. CGI in 1997. Gaming analysts say GTA 6 might cost over $100. Defeats the boss and takes all of his loot. Everyone else at the office. When you had to take the TV to your room to play.